Welcome into the race by race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 9-race program coming up, and we race on the B course, so a 6:45 start time for the opening race. Joined in the studio to have a look at it all by Paul Lally and Nick Child. And Nick, what are some of the highlights?
Well, the highlight for me is possibly the trophy race. It's the Cricket Club Valley Stakes. It's one of the oldest races in Hong Kong. It's got a really rich history, so thoroughly looking forward to that, and it should be a good contest.
And that is race number 5, and you've got a jackpot to tell us about, Paul.
Yeah, 1.6 million going into the triple trio, so that should get over 4 million. Look, a host of first starters racing around in this meeting as well. Some good races to finish, especially the 5th, that looks good, and the last.
They class 2 races on the program, but we need to look at the first, which is at the other end of the scale, because it's a class 5 to kick us off over the 1650 metres. Happy Jai carries the top weight again. Lifeline Vision, first time in this grade. Valhalla has the visor coming off. Medical Eats placed his last 2. Glorious Lovers placed 9 from 19 course and distance. Yichong Brave, new stable now with David Hall. Hood comes off, crossover noseband goes on. Viva Allah has no hood, and Smiling Face, cheek pieces and shadow roll off, but the blinkers have been reapplied, Nick.
So look at the speed map first, shall we? Happy Jai is a horse who can go forward. He doesn't necessarily lead, but in a race where perhaps there aren't too many confirmed leaders, he might well get an easy time going forward. Valhalla can show a bit of dash. He's drawn 4, so I expect him to be prominent. Lifeline Vision is downgraded. Yichong Brave is another one who might just sit behind the pace. Concerto, I haven't seen him for a little while, but he's drawn gate 3, so they might make a decent bit of use of him, Paul.
Yeah, Medical Lead, he knows his way around this season. He should get a nice enough run. And Viva Allah, he led in a recent trial, but he's drawn wide, so he has gone back in his races. I think if he goes forward, he might just be trapped wide.
He's actually in our first replay. Paul is Viva Allah. This has been his best performance since arriving in Hong Kong. Medical Elite, usual honest run on a Wednesday night from him in this grade. And Happy Jai, he ended up running second after speeding across from barrier 10.
Yeah, he got across easy. He's drawn a little bit inside there in 7, and he ran really well. I was worried about him having to carry the weight, but look, I thought he fought on strongly. So Happy Jai definitely comes in. You can see Viva Allah running on late. I haven't included him though.
Yeah, he ran on nicely enough. I think with Happy Jai, the fact that the handicap has left him on 39, he's proven with a decent weight. For me, he's definitely one of those that they've got to beat.
Good report for Happy Jai. This horse, Nick, is Lifeline Vision. As Paul said, been a long time since he's been able to get down into class 5. Is a 32 start maiden.
He is, yeah. Look, he won 3 before arrival, but yeah, 0 from 32 here is quite alarming, isn't it? But first go in this grade. Look, look, on the whole, I know it's going to sound a little bit silly, but he's relatively consistent without winning, because he usually sort of can pop up and run his race. There is the odd time when he doesn't go as well, but I think into this grade, he's got to be a player, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Look, a testament is it's taken him 32 starts to get down there. If he was totally hopeless, they normally get down in about 6 or 7 starts. He's taken 32, so that's why he's been so consistent.
All right, and finally, Paul Concerto's been back to the trials. He had an enforced break after his last run. He has fired in an okay run or 2 at Happy Valley in a short career.
And they were in class 4. He's now down here into class 5, and now that the downgraded was second start back into class 5. Thought the trial was okay, so look, I'm going to include him on a minor line.
Yeah, look, I can do the exact same. I think more so on the basis of this trial, perhaps more than anything. I mean, he's third over course and distance off of £3 higher, was behind Exceptional Nice at 86 to 1. So, you know, make of that what you will. But in this grade, on a back of a decent trial, he's a chance.
Luke Ferraris and Jimmy Ting with him, Paul, but who are you with the first?
I'm going to go with Lifeline Vision. He's taken that time to get down to class 5. He's in the right grade now, and see if he can immediately win and go back up. Happy Jai, I was worried about him carrying the weight, but he had no worries carrying it last start. Concerto, and then Valhalla, I don't think will be too far away. 2-1-3-5.
Yeah, I've gone the toppy here. Happy Jai. I just think on the basis of those 2 recent runs, he's been very good. With decent weights in this grade, I think he's good enough to win it. Medical Elite has been kept extremely busy. He certainly looks as if he's still enjoying his racing, so he'll go in for second. Concerto in for 3rd place, and Beauty Nova, another long-standing maiden here in Hong Kong, yet to win. But Zach Purton goes back on, and he has run the odd good race here at the Valley. So 1-6-3-7.
And that's the preview for the opening race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night.